Hello and welcome to the channel Cogent Coder. Today we are going to see a problem on the topic backtracking. So the problem number is 46, permutations. So let's read the question. Given an array nums of distinct integers, return all the possible permutations. You can return the answer in any order. Okay, so we have to provide all the possible permutations for the given array. Okay, so many of you might know what is permutations, but those who don't know, I will give brief idea about permutations. So let's take example 2. If there are two numbers 0 and 1, then we can swap the numbers or we can swap their positions such that we get different arrays. Okay, so there are only two possibilities, 0 1 and 1 0. But as you can see in the example 1, so there are 6 different arrays we get after swapping their positions. Okay, so this is what permutations is. Let's see the logic how we can get permutations from the given array. Let's take the same example. So this is my array nums and the below are the possible permutations for this array. Okay, so there are 6 possible ways and as you can see all are of length 3. So I have taken 3 blank spaces. Now I will go through 1 2 3 in each of the space and we will produce our permutations. Okay, so what that means, first in the first block I will take 1, so I am putting 1 here, and then in the second block I cannot take 1 because 1 is already taken, so I will ignore 1 and I will take 2. Okay, now I will check for the third space. In the third space I can't take 1 because it is already taken, 2 it is already taken, but I can take 3. Okay, so this is my first permutation. Now if I go back to my second space, okay, because in second space I have already covered 2, now I will cover 3. Okay, then in the third space I will again start with 1. Okay, so I cannot take 1 because it is already taken, so I will take 2. Okay, so this will produce my second permutation. So now we will go back and check for the remaining possibilities for the third block, but the remaining possibilities is only 3 now, but 3 cannot be put because 3 is already taken for the second block, so 3 cannot be taken. So now I have covered all the possibilities for third block. So now I will go back and I will check in the second block there is any remaining possibilities, but no, 3 was the last element. So now I have to again go back to the first block. So is there any other possibilities in first block? Yes, it was. So what was it? 2. So if I take 2, then again I will go through the same procedure and we will get all the possible permutations. Okay, so now I will give you a tree structure which will make it easy to understand how backtracking will work in this problem. So let's see that. Let's erase this all and we will see the tree. So let's see how backtracking will be used. Now in the first place I have 3 options for the first space, 3 options for the second space, 3 options for the third space. Okay, if I fix the first position as 1, then in the second position I can take 1 2 3, in the third position I can take 1 2 3. Okay, likewise in the second branch if I fix the first position as 2 and second position can be filled with 1 2 3, third position has also options 1 2 3. Okay, in the third branch if I take first as 3 and the remaining 1 2 3. Okay, we will go left side first. Okay, so now I have fixed my first position as 1. Okay, now second and third positions are yet to be decided, so I have fixed my first position. Now can 1 be taken? No, 1 cannot be taken because it is already filled, so I will take 2 for the second space. Okay, now second space is also filled. For third space I have 1 2 3 remaining. If I take 3 for the second space, now again I have 1 2 3 for the third space. Now in the last block, okay, now in the last block I have 1, 2. Can I take 1? No. Can I take 2? No. But I can take 3. So this is my first answer. Okay. In the second block, I have 1, I have 3 in the second space. Can I take 1? No, I cannot take 1. Can I take 2? Yes, I can take 2. So I got my second permutation. Now, can I take 3? No, I cannot take 3. I would have one more block here in the right side if there was any other number other than 3. So now I am going for this block. Okay. Now my first position is fixed 2. Second position is yet to be decided. So can I take 1? Yes, I can take 1. So now I have taken 1. So can I take 2? No, I cannot take 2. Can I take 3? Yes, I can take 3. So here I will take 3. Now remaining 1 2 3 for third space, 1 2 3 for third space. Okay. Now 2 is fixed, 1 is fixed. Can I take 1? No, I cannot take 1. I cannot take 2. I can take 3. So this is my third permutation. For this 2 3 is fixed. From 1 to 3, can I take 1? Yes, I can take 1. So I have taken 1 and it is fixed. Can I take 2 now? No, I cannot take 2. Can I take 3? No, I cannot take 3. So, and again for this one it will go on. So this is how we will produce our result, and backtracking is used. So let's see the code now. Okay, let's start the code. Let's declare the variables first. So first I will declare 2D vector which we are going to return as our output. So let's take it as result. Now I will take a simple vector named pairs which will give each pair. Okay, so this is one pair and this is one pair. Okay, so in short the result will contain vectors of pairs. Then I will take one map which will tell us if the number is already taken or not. So int comma boolean flag. Okay, and one normal int n which will just give us nums size. Okay, this is basic. Now let's create a function solve and pass nums into this. So this is backtracking function. So in the tree diagram we have seen if the pair size, okay, if the pair size is equal to n, okay, if the pair size is equal to 3, then we were supposed to put it in our result. So if the pair's size is equal to n, then we will push the pair into our result. Okay, so we will push the pair. Else if it is not equal, then we will check one by one for all the numbers. Okay, so in else there will be for loop which will check for each integer for one block. Okay, so I is equal to 0 to I is less than n and I plus plus. Okay, in this there will be one more condition which will check that the number is not already taken by any other block. So if not, okay, if not, the flag of numSci, okay, then only what this will do is if the flag of that number is true, that means it is taken. So whenever it is false, we will go inside this if it is true, we will skip this number. Okay, so if it is not true, then we will push back that number into our pair. nums I, and we will set the flag of that number to true, okay, because it is not taken. So now it should be true, so that no other block can take this number again, and we will again call the same function nums, solve nums, and after coming back from this function we will pop back that number, and we will remove the flag of that number also. We will set it to false, okay. So this is how backtracking is used. So in main function we will just call this function nums, and we will return our result, okay. Let's check if I have missed something or not. Yes, it seems to be correct. Let's run the code and see if it is running fine. Yes, it is accepted. Now submit it. Yes, it is accepted, and the runtime is 4 milliseconds. So this was the solution for this permutations problem. If you like my explanation, please hit like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And of course, be safe, keep coding. Thank you for watching.